I always give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch. I'm always pouring out my heart, no little by little here. I'm always pushing things too far. 2, 5, 6, 10 drinks at the bar. No boundaries, I get too close. No little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little. I pour out my heart. No little by little here. I always run and hit the wall. I'd rather jump and risk the fall. I see no limits in the sky. No little by little here. No, no, got stuck on working on myself. Thought I was wrong and needed help, but I'm just different, something else. No little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little. I pour out my heart. No little by little here. I'm gonna go everywhere and be myself, I swear. I'm gonna give my all. Care if people stop and stare. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all that I can be. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me be all I can be. Let me be all I can be.
Hello, friends. It's been a while since we've been on live on this channel. I think like 2 months. So it's well overdue, but we have a really great milestone to celebrate, and that is 100K. Thank you so much for staying subscribed if you've been here for a while, or by joining us like most recently. I'm super happy you're here. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello. You just finished cleaning the kitchen in time for the live stream. Well, that is amazing. Hello, everyone. Let me go backwards and say my hellos. Lisa, American Princess, Tube Woman, B Corp. American Princess, you've been around for a while. Hello, hello, hello. I know usernames. Antoinette, Krista Rose, Michelle, hello. Yep, another Maria, Mash, MZ, Marie, Starlight. There's me, Mary, Christine, Enliazo, oh, that's a terrible pronunciation. Jess, hello. Christine, Babs, Organized for, Sabrina, Angela, Terry, Emily, Starlight, Gail, Babs. Wait, am I going back again? Jess, Joan, Rita. Oh, it's Rosalind spelled backwards. Okay. That makes sense. Jenna, Amanda, Aaron, hello. Hello, everyone. So I figured we'd be here for like, Barbara, hello. like about 45 minutes or so, and we would just catch up a little bit. We would talk about stuff. We would hang out. I think I'm going to kill the music. Do I kill it with that? Or do I do that? No, that doesn't work. How to live stream? Anyway, because I want to catch up with all of y'all and hang out and say hello. And actually, I'm going to start a Q&A because that's what this is. But I'm going to officially start a Q&A here on YouTube. So I'm going to, ask a question. There we go. I'm going to say, ask a question. And I can't promise to get to like every single one of them, but I'm going to try so hard. So I'm going to close that for a sec. Is the camera mirrored how you usually have it on KDaisy? You know what? I don't know. Because the camera is mirrored because sometimes on the other channel, because I look at a monitor, and if like sometimes it makes me look like I'm looking at this monitor, so I don't remember whether it's mirrored or not. Thank you, Lala. Thank you so much. So it's been a long time. I've had this channel for a long time, and before I was making organizing videos, I was making beauty videos, but not on this particular channel, on like another channel. So I've been on YouTube for a while, but haven't really been making really interesting videos, but like started in 2016, I believe. So it took quite a while to get here, but we're here. We got the check mark and everything. So that was really exciting. I thought it was going to take like a really long time to actually like get the check mark, because they're like, oh, we're backed up. But then I got the check mark within hours of applying. You have to apply for it. So pretty cool. And so hopefully in a few weeks, we'll get the whole like creator award thingamabobber when it arrives. So hopefully. Judy, I am singing again. I have my first skit. Well, I've been off all summer. I've been off all summer because I needed some time, because the 2022, 2023 was like very intense, and I just needed some time off. But we're geared up again for the 26th of August. And Amanda, where's Clover? Clover is right here. I'm not going to wake him up, but I'm going to turn the camera. Quick. There he is. Oh, he's awake. He's been sleeping like almost all afternoon because he's like tired, but he went for a walk. You're playing Sims, Doctor. I was just playing Sims. I'm not even joking. I was just playing Sims. I was just playing the horse the horse DLC. It's really good. It's so good. The horse one is so good. Anyway, Clover James, everyone. I don't think the camera's not focusing in on him here. You guys can get a good look. You can see my mirrored computer there. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There, it's a Clover Cam. It's Clover Cam. 808, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. He's looking very relaxed. I wish that I could be this relaxed like all the time. Look at him. Look at him. He's just so chill. He's like, yeah, just I'm cool. Oh, darn it. I didn't check the chat to see my settings to see if I have like regular latency or oh no, I have ultra low latency. I'm good today. But sometimes the chat be breaking on YouTube a lot nowadays. So hopefully the chat doesn't break during this live stream, or if it does, it comes back soon. Anyway, there is Clover for your viewing pleasure. Just sleeping away. I have my he's sleeping on, I can't even tell where my finger is. He's sleeping on my Nintendo Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch grip, so I can play handheld and it doesn't hurt as bad, and my iPad. So he's sleeping on my technology. I don't know why. Anyway, oh, you know what? Let's get closer. Let's enjoy the full Clover for a second. Okay, full Clover. There he is. There he is. Starlight. Yes, we do need another member stream. Look at it. He's so freaking cute. All right. We're done. We're done. He is just absolutely darling. Okay, now I have to fix my camera. I think. Hello? Oh, nope. You don't want that. Okay, that's better. That's better. Do you think either your career as an organizer or YouTuber has cleared before or and after because of the pandemic? I'm trying to figure out what you're asking. Do you think either your career as an organizer? So I'm not really sure what you're asking, Gail, specifically, but I will talk a little bit about professional organizing, going out and helping people. So before it was getting to be very fun. It's still really fun. It just was very overwhelming, and it was getting to conflict a lot with singing. And when the pandemic happened, everything stopped. And so I had to make a lot of adjustments. And one thing I decided that I should do was focus a little bit more on content creation and more on singing. Because if I really wanted to go back and see clients in person, I could always do that. But I couldn't always, time is running out on performing always. I mean, not really, but like, ideally, I wanted to spend a lot of my years sort of polishing that gem. And content creation is it's very flexible, allows me, time to be at rehearsals when I need to be at rehearsals and not be super exhausted. You know what I mean? So I need to put energy, I need to take I have little energy balls, you put in brain sauce, I like to call it. And I like to spend my brain sauce on like specific things. So, so that's what I have to say about that. Oh my gosh, red light. Asking a question about asking a question. Can it be done on mobile or does it be done on browser? I don't know. I've never seen the question thing in a mobile browser, so I don't know how it works there. All right, let me go up and let me check the Q&A, because sometimes it's really hard to check actually too. How do you check it? Oh no. Where did they hide? Has anyone asked a question yet, or is it just me? Oh wait, here they are. They didn't make it easy to find the things. They did not make it easy. Yeah, Marie, exactly. So everyone's got a peak, right? And I figured I would just go in while I was having the peak, Do you have advice on putting your eggs in multiple baskets? Okay. Okay. Number 2. Okay. It is, the only advice I have is if you have the energy to do it, and if you're having fun and doing all the little different things, then do it. But I don't recommend it. I really don't recommend it. So there are, if I'm going to be really honest, there are some days where I wish I just was a YouTuber, or I wish I just was an organizer, or I just was a singer or whatever, because it's really hard to split your focus. I say if you're going to do something, I would split your focus between like 2 things, and that's it. Because it's really hard to manage. And plus there's like the other channel, or channels. But that's just kind of who I am, and I kind of put that on myself, and I don't really want to stop doing that, but I don't recommend it. Because you'll be like this one day on a couple of things, and then that'll go down, and then you'll be like this a couple of days on other things, and then you'll go back this for like something else that you forgot about for a while, and then it'll go back down, and maybe one day everything will go, and you'll need to take a break, and then one day you'll be like, it's difficult. It's difficult, but it's fun. It's fun. Jelly, will it come to Buffalo and organize? I will, and everything you own. Jelly, I'm on my way. Okay. Jenna asks, how do I display fandom items without making it look childish? You know what? That is a really good question. I like this question. Display a fandom item. Okay. Well, let's talk about like it really depends on what they are. You guys like the sound effects? So I have like Nintendo stuff. And what I like to do is kind of have it interspersed within other things that I also like to display. Exhibit A. You can't see it, but this is sort of my like a memory display cabinet, and I have my Nintendo stuff in there. I have like my really old console there, but I also have like stuff from like singing stuff. I have a couple mugs that I just don't use. They're just for decoration. Like when I was on the Tamron Hall show, they gave me a cup, and I was like, ooh, but I'm not going to use this cup. I may use this cup. I did use the cup once. I'm not going to lie. And I may use it one day just if I'm feeling good because I cleaned it. But it's interspersed with stuff that I use and care about. So I think that's a good strategy, is to like make a display with not only the things, the fandom things, but with like some other things that might go with it. Kind of like when you cook and you have all these complementing things that go with, like a salad. Oh my gosh. Michelle, welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for 29 months. Thank you so much. 29 months. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Mash asks, how are Soprano gigs going? I think we just talked about that. I've been off all summer on purpose. And I'm getting back into the swing of things at the end of the month. And actually, I signed up for an accountability class that my voice teacher is running, and it's amazing. It's like 6 other singers, I think, and we're all like getting our ish together. We're like making recordings, we're doing our resume, we're getting headshots, we're like doing it's really good, and we're all like hyping each other up so that we can like get back in it, and because season's coming up, man. It's coming up. I'm nervous, but it's gonna be good. Antoinette asks how Clover is doing. Clover is doing so good. So good. He's doing so good. You saw him. He's right there. If you didn't see him, you should rewind. But he's doing so good. He is doing well on his medication. I guess this is a Cushing's disease update. He's doing really great on his current dose of medication. He can't be stopped. He's having a period though where he's very attached to dad. So he's spending a lot of time with dad. And I finished not finished, but I mainly got together like the downstairs living room recreation area. I kind of finished it mostly. There's still some decorating I need to do, and so he's like hanging out down there a lot with his dad, because his dad likes to hang out there because it's nice. And I like to hang out there too because it has the good speakers for the video games. So I like to hang out there. I love to hang out there because it's got cool surround sound, and we don't have surround sound like that upstairs. We have it just downstairs, and oh my gosh. So we watch movies down there. I play video games down there and have a fantastic time. Do you have any experience helping ASD, ADHD clients who struggle with anxiety, executive dysfunction? Yes, I do. I haven't helped anyone with ADHD in a while, except for like a couple of friends. The ADHD thing it really depends on what kind of symptoms your ADHD is exhibiting. Because some people are hyper-focused and some people have trouble focusing. And it really depends. If you're like a hyper-focused kind of person, I try to encourage them to make like smaller changes and be okay with that, and to make like many smaller changes. And people who are have trouble focusing, mostly I'm there to be like a cheerleader and to keep them on track, because it can be really hard to like get it, especially when it comes to like things that belong in another room, and they're like, oh, we found this like box of, charity donations, and I meant to put that in my car. I'm going to leave and put that in my car. I'm going to go, no, we're going to finish doing that. So I'm kind of mainly there to steer the boat. I say steer the boat like I'm steering a horse, but steer the boat. But that's usually what helps. And I think like to keep in mind that like there's like moving clutter and clutter that doesn't have a home, So I think that a lot of the same principles apply. But I do have people who I've helped who have had ADHD and stuff, and schizophrenia and all kinds of neurodivergent conditions, and it's fascinating. I love brains. I think brains are so fun, and it's so fascinating to learn how other people's paths go, and to kind of see what works and what doesn't. It's fascinating. I love it. I like people in general, but I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. I just clicked on the to ask a question banner on my phone. Rita, I love you. Thank you. Colton's vacuum collection asks, do you still have the Roomba S9 and the Rob M6? I do. I have all 3 Roombas still. One Roomba is downstairs. One Roomba is upstairs, and the mop is upstairs, and we're golden. We're golden. I have to get a new battery for the one downstairs. Maria, you're a little late, but you struggle to survive with clutter. Yeah, a lot of people do. And it's not just an ADHD thing, but a lot of people do. But you know, we can help ourselves. We can help ourselves. Julia, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go down the list here. Shelly, I'm coming to Buffalo. I'm coming to Buffalo. Marta, where do you get the best surface wallpaper? Or what is... Oh, wait. Are you talking about the wallpaper that I used in some content? It's called Tem Paper. I'm gonna be honest with you and say the Tem Paper is not like the easiest product to use, but it was like one of the earliest products on the market that's like temporary wallpaper, and it has some really pretty patterns. But there's so many great other companies that make temporary or removable wallpaper now that I would explore. There is a really good wallpaper company called Chasing Paper, and that's where a lot of the wallpaper came from in our house, where the previous owners put it up. It's really good quality. It's a little more expensive, but I would check it out. It's a really good quality. Oh, can you select the question from the queue? So, does that work? Hold on. Let me see. Select question. Great, thank you. Thank you. So, Maria asks, what is something you'd like to sing in that you haven't done yet? If I'm being honest, I would like to sing the soprano solo part in Vivaldi Gloria. No, in the Poulenc Gloria. But so far I haven't had an opportunity, but it's something I'd really like to do. That would be really cool. I'd like to do that before I retired, you know? Technology, I know, right? Like, I haven't used the Q&A feature very much at all. Like, this is only like the second or third time I'm using it, and I'm like, Terry, hello. We moved into your new home, and the closets and pantry all have non-adjustable wire shelving. Oh, no. Any tips on making those work? Okay, so here's two options. Option one is to work around the non-adjustable wire shelving. And you can do that by like either adding to it, like for vertical space. And like there's the little, if you need double hang, those little double hang things you can hang. I'm not doing a very good job of describing what the product is called, but it's like there's an Uber product called Double or Doublet. But you can find them if you need double hang. Or you can purchase a standalone drawer and put that in there if you need to add drawer space, and take advantage of the door swing. If there's door swing, that you can store things there. The other option two, which I highly recommend, is to destroy the shelving and start again. If it's like the closet made shelving, that's the very kind of generic looking, you know what it looks like. It looks like this, wall shelving. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's okay. But those things tend to not be very functional. And sometimes they fall down. So I would start again. I would just start again. You can make it work for now, and maybe price out some custom solutions. There are definitely like more affordable ones that when you can go IKEA, or you can go like California Closets if you really want to like do it up. But I know removing does not equate destroying, right? But I destroy the shelving, destroy. But if you really wanted to have like an A+ functional space, I would just start from scratch. 'Cause I hate that. I hate that. I was like, sometimes when I see closets like that, I'm like, I mean, it could work, but like, do you have an eraser? Like, if I wish I had an eraser, I'd be like, just erase the whole closet. Start again. And start again. Let's see. How do you address accessibility, sight, hearing, tactile needs in regards to organization? It depends on the client. It depends on the client and what they need. Like, let's say if people need, if they're seated all the time, I'm not going to put things up super high, right? Or if they just need, or if there's some systems that people need, and this is what I find mostly, is that, or the systems that people need are not super pretty. They just need them to work. That's usually what happens when I'm there. No matter what the client is like, and you know, the really pretty aesthetically pleasing spaces are super fun to do, right? And they're fun to do in my own house. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy all these like matching containers and like make it look all pretty. When I'm with real people, I'm usually there to make it function. And whatever they need to make the space function is whatever we're going to work out. So I've got friends and clients who have so many different challenges, whether they have challenges with mobility or challenges being able to see things or challenges being able to focus. There are different challenges that we have to address, and it's like a fun puzzle. So whatever works for them is whatever works. But I mean, it's kind of like doing a puzzle. It's doing a puzzle. It's like doing a puzzle. Do you get anxious? Sorry, I'm going to select the question. Do you still get anxious or nervous before performing? And if so, what techniques do you have that recommend that help you? Do I get nervous? I get nervous if I feel like the situation is a high pressure situation. But if it's like, you know, a choral performance and I'm just in the band, I'm not nervous. But but there are certain situations where I feel like it's a high pressure situation where I'm very nervous. Like if the level of musicianship around me is very high, I'm more nervous if I have like a solo thing. If I'm in the band, like if I'm in the chorus, I don't feel as nervous. Even if it's just like two of us in the soprano section, I'm fine. But if I'm stepping out of that ensemble, I'm very nervous. And But the best thing I did to cope with that feeling is read a book called Effortless Mastery by Kenny Werner. I think the name of the author is. I was actually recommended this book by a flutist who's a friend of mine because we were talking about imposter syndrome and we were talking about the whole thing. Because when I was going to auditions, I was getting, like, the more auditions I did, the more and more like nervous I got, and I got to the point where I was performing and my leg was like very visibly shaking, and I would fall apart at auditions and it was ruining my life. So she's like, you got to read this book, and it pretty much changed my life. It'll put you in a different mindset. So if you're having trouble with performance anxiety, I would highly recommend checking it out. I don't know if it's available like in any of the techie ways. I think you do still have to buy a physical copy, but it's not long and it's 100% worth the read. It's such a good book, and it helps with any kind of performance in any way. Like let's say if you're doing presentations at work, like if you have to present a graph or whatever, I'm like, what do people present at the office? Like, you know, a presentation, or if you're doing a school presentation or whatever, it's a very similar situation, and it would really, really help to read that book. It's very good. Highly recommend. Okay. Gail says, have you considered making tips video for ADHD with hyperfocus and one? Okay. You know what? I have considered it. I feel I am nervous to make a video like that because I want to get it right. So I want to make sure that I go and recount my experiences that I've had and also relay my experiences with my friends who have ADHD, and to make sure that like something like that I would recommend would actually work for them. When I'm with people, I kind of get a sense of what would work and what won't work with them. But it's been so long and I want to make sure that I get it right. But you know what, I will take that recommendation. very seriously, and I think I might get to work on that. I have videos in like a list on Notion, and sometimes the scripts get written over a year, and sometimes the scripts get written, over like a couple of hours. But I've got some in play that have been there for a long time. So, but I'm definitely going to put that one there. Latin gaming. How do I make my channel grow? Oh my gosh! Make videos that people want to watch, and keep making them even if no one's watching them. Real talk, you got to look at making a video that people like, a tips video. If you're a gaming channel, is very helpful because people are looking for tips. I was just playing Sims 4 and I was like, gosh darn it, how am I going to clean I was trying to figure out how to clean the chickens in cottage living because I had a dirty chicken. This is so fringe. I was playing the Sims game and I had a dirty chicken. The chicken wasn't happy. And I was like, how could you clean a chicken? And it turns out you can't really clean the chickens. You can just clean the coop and the chicken gets clean. But if you made a video saying how to clean your chicken in Sims 4, people will come and click on it and find you. So I say, keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. All right, Amanda asks, how does your hubby deal with everything? What does that mean, everything? What is everything? Me? I don't know. Okay, first of all, I don't know how he deals with me because I have a lot of energy and I'm out of control and sometimes I'm not in a good mood. So, but he is very nice with me. How he deals with everything. I don't know how he deals with Clover. Clover's out of control. And how he deals with like the organization. Is that what you're asking? He's actually heavily influenced by the high level of order that is in like, I think 60% of the spaces in our home. And I'm going to be honest and say like, there's some places that are still a hot mess. But like, it's fine. It's a work in progress. That's what I'm saying. It's a work in progress and it's fine. It's going to be fine. But yeah, that's how he deals with everything. I mean, he likes it here. He hasn't left yet. Have you ever broken glass with your voice? Oh, all the channels, the busyness. I haven't broken glass with my voice ever, I think. But I remember when I was in physics class, and we talked about that, and I was like shocked that like was a thing that could happen. So with the channels, the busyness and everything, you know what, he's a very supportive partner. Very supportive. He was like very excited about the milestone. He was like, when are you gonna get your plaque? And everything. He's very supportive. He doesn't watch the gaming content. Because he doesn't really understand it. He's not into like Animal Crossing. He doesn't get it. But he is very supportive of it. And he's excited. He comes to like every concert. He's just a doll. He's a doll. And he is, he's a doll. I couldn't ask for anything better. I really couldn't. Sully, hello, welcome in. Oh my gosh, I gotta go back. I can't believe I was talking about the chickens. The chickens. The chickens in The Sims are so out of control. By the way, I mean, listen, I was gonna make a video that was like, this video is probably gonna bomb hard, but it was like video games to get into if you like home organizing, right? Because like, let's think about it. I'm going to give away the video right now, but like, who's going to watch this? Like Sims 4, I mean, you're decorating all the time. We got unpacking. That's the ultimate like game for somebody who likes to organize. We got house flipper. And of course, like Animal Crossing. So, but like, I spend way too long in Sims just decorating places and then I don't play the game. I'm like, oh, I'm going to put piles of things in this corner. I'm going to make this room look really pretty. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just like a decorating simulator for me. It really is. It's fun. The chickens go in the house unless you lock them out. Are you serious? No. Oh no. So do the horses. By the way, I'm going to warn you. So do the horses. Wendy, thank you so much. Alethea, hello. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. Your hubby's the same way about your gaming channel. He just totally doesn't get. Yeah. It's sad, man. You're like, I was trying to get him into it. I was like, don't you want to play Animal Crossing with me? Robin, you're right. A little to the left. A little to the left is a good one too. I got a little frustrated playing that, not gonna lie though. Because everything has to be just so to advance. And one time not one time, like a couple times, I was like, why isn't this working out? Why isn't this working out? Like, what can I do? What can I do to make this work? It's very frustrated. But it is fun. It is very, very fun. Oh my gosh, Evie, hello. I'm going back and looking at some of the chats. So I'm sorry if I'm like late to some of your chats. Hello, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much. Melanie, what's your recommendation for wardrobes when you're fluctuating in weight? That is a good question. That is a very good question. Well, okay. It's always very, very, like it's sensitive to talk about like body changes and shape. But I went through something very similar. We all go kind of up and down in the way that our bodies look, depending on how our lives are, what we're doing, what's going on. And the saddest thing is having to sort of get rid of things that don't fit anymore. If you really loved them, you know, that's what's really sad. I think that like the change in size is the least sad for me. The change in size is like whatever, but like the giving away or the getting rid of whatever doesn't fit anymore and will never fit again is the most sad. I think depending on which way you're going in and how much you want to focus on either getting to the size that you were, or if you're accepting the way that things are right now, is how you're going to act. Okay. Cause I remember like the hardest thing for me to do was to take a bunch of things that didn't fit anymore and just let go of them and focus on the clothes that fit now and that I felt good in now. It's a blow, but like, you got to do what you got to do. You got to live for who you are right now. And if who you are right now is like a size 10 instead of a size 4 or size 10 instead of a size 12, that's who you are right now. And your body is a beautiful canvas. So dress it up in clothes that fit. I mean, if you're on some kind of a journey, I would say focus on the journey until you get to the destination, if you get there. Or if you, I mean, whatever happens, you know, I mean, I don't want to say it because like we might all, I'm going to be realistic. We might not always get there, right? If we're on a journey, but like, you got to dress for the person you are today. Does that make sense? I'm all over the place with this today, but I mean, I want to be sensitive, you know, cause it's our bodies are it's so personal. You know, it's so personal and we have like all kinds of feelings. We have a lot of feelings. Cause you know, I had big feelings when I packed up a bunch of clothes and gave them away. Big feelings. But you know, you got to put your focus on things that are going to help you, here and here. And you know, whatever it is whatever it is. Looking back. Kay asks, would someone want to get into home organization services? What would be the first step? Asking for someone else, not my disheveled self. First step is actually I say first step is volunteering to help people organize who you don't necessarily know for free, like a friend of a friend. And just volunteer to do it and ask them, hey, you know what, like, Jen, I really want to like help your friend, Sarah, to get organized to her closet. Would she be willing to have me help if I can take a before and after photo? And do a bunch of those. Do like 10 of them. See how you feel about it. You might not, they might not like it. Like once you get in there and you're like dealing with people and they're like, oh, really wishy-washy. It can get a lot. It can be a lot. But decide whether or not you're into it. And if you're into it, it just gives you more experience and it gives you a bunch of before and after photos. And then you make your website, you go on social media, boom. That's the first thing to do to get started. You're going to need to volunteer your time, I say. But it's because that's how I got started. It was fun. It was so fun. Like I was like, hey, can I help? I put a whole thing out on Facebook. Even if you can even do it for your friends because you know them, it'll just be less weird. And the thing is, you want to make it weird because when you're going to help people professionally, they'll most likely be strangers and it's going to be weird. So you want it to be weird, right? But you can help friends. Friends are good too. Or like acquaintances you don't really know. Or somebody at work. That might be weird. But just, it's got to be weird. Otherwise, it's because then you won't get used to it being weird all the time. Because it is weird all the time. Red light. I know when Epona went in the house, I was like, hello. Like, why would they even program that that's a possibility in the game? Sorry, we're going back to Sims 4 for a sec. We're going back. Yes, it's just who you are today. Health issues causing weight gain. But I don't know. Yeah, I know. Melanie, I feel that. Like, dude, I feel that. Menopause be doing stuff. Well, not menopause, but like, getting into that. Because we're not there yet, but it's probably not far away. But we're not going to like summon it. We're just going to, could be years. Who knows? I had a coworker come over and help me purge once, ordered pizza and drank wine. It was a lot of fun. See, that sounds like a good time. If someone wants to help me, volunteer to help me in Maryland, I'm here. Milena she's out there. They're volunteering. Ebony, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Princess of Pineapples, I am good. How are you? Thank you so much. Advice, do not tell them what they should do with their stuff. Ask, always ask. Yes. You always want to gain the trust of whoever you're working with. And I always just suggest. If they're asking for suggestions, I'm like, here's what I suggest. You don't have to do it. Don't have to do it. Rosalind hears. They're familiar. Lethea, really? Oh man. I feel like I'm gonna be chilling for a little while. I just have a feeling, Thank you, TMB. Thank you so much. What a cute profile picture. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Michelle, hello. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you bought a Yamazaki home item. Do you love it? I'm obsessed. Like, and I found if you're not following me on Instagram, you should. I don't post that often, but you should. I found a Yamazaki kind of lookalike at Home Goods, and I was very thrilled. But Yamazaki items are out of control. They're so beautiful and gorgeous, and I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed. They're expensive. Like, they're way too expensive. Like, why would it cost that much? But if you have the scratch and you want to treat yourself, then Yamazaki is the way to go. 49, you just finished the pause. Congratulations. You got that pot thing, the little pot thing with the utensil holder. I'm so articulate today. I love that thing. You know what? My husband uses a lot more than I do, because when I use it, I've always find that I get it dirty, and sometimes I don't want to like clean it a lot. So I take it apart to clean it. I'm very fastidious with like the dishes. So sometimes when I'm like trying to decide whether or not it's worth it, I'll just put the pot lid like down on the oven and just leave it there. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Honey Queen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you. Does the spoon holder stain red with sauce? It might. I don't cook with red sauce that much, so I haven't had that much experience. But in our experience, it hasn't gotten red with like the hot pot broth that we use, and which is very red. But I haven't taken a close look at it either. Oh my gosh. TMB, thank you so much for this super chat. What a cute little sticker. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your car had me thinking, have you tried car cover? Oh, when you're going to park near I've thought about a car cover, Tia. I really have. But then I thought, I'm sure, do I want to be taking the cover off my car and putting it on my car every time I go in for like 3 weeks in the summer? So what I'm leaning towards more now is to have, and for those of you who don't, this is out of context, I have a very large mulberry tree that my parking space is under. And in the summertime, when it fruits, there are mulberries all over my car and our driveway, and it gets disgusting. Like if you've ever smelled rotting fermented mulberries, you consider yourself lucky, because it's the word. And then the fruit flies, it's a whole thing. So I'm considering just having like an arborist come and like cut the tree back, because it's not in our yard, it's in the neighbor's yard. But if the part that's in our yard, we can cut the branches. So, and plus we don't eat the mulberries, even though mulberries are delicious. Ew. I don't want them. It's like put me off mulberries, which is sad because they are delicious. We had a Clover update earlier. You have to rewind. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. The Yamazaki one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Julie. Thank you so much. You cut that shiz. I'm gonna cut it, cause like it's the fruit. I'm not even exaggerating. The fruit flies and the critters that came to eat the mulberries were, so every time I opened my car door, like bugs would fly in. It was a whole mess. So I think next year we're just going to chop it. He started calling me Clover Keeper. That's so cute. I love that. Clover's doing good. He's probably going to have his dinner after the live stream. We'll see. Another Clover break. Here he goes. I'm going to show you guys him. Oh my gosh, you can't see him. There he is. There he is. There he is. Just being real cute. Just being adorable. Just sleeping. Just being cute. There he is. Just adorable. Just real cute. Just Clover things. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you hear my stomach? I'm getting a little hungry. Let's see. You have a peach tree and they draw. Oh, yeah. The sweet fruits all over the pavement in the hot July sun. It's never a good combo. Olivia asked, living with someone who likes to collect things, we have limited space. Well, I always tell people, mostly I tell my husband, I'm like, do you have a place for it before it comes home? Because if you don't, that's your first problem. Before they collect anything and bring it into the house, it has to have somewhere to go. If it doesn't, that's a problem. And I always tell my husband, he's like, where am I going to put this? And I'm like, you can't bend time and space. So it has to have a destination and a purpose before it comes home. The purpose can be like, I like it. That's fine. That's perfectly valid, right? Oh my gosh, I'm all crooked. There are so many things that I have in my home, and more than ever nowadays, because I like them. But it has to have a place to go. Otherwise, it's not coming in the house. I think that's a simple rule that you should implement. And if it doesn't have a place, something has to move in order for it to live there. Because everything in your house has to have a place. Otherwise, it's anarchy. Anarchy. Craziness. Yeah, you can't bend time and space. You gotta have somewhere to go. Mary, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Barb, thank you so much. Many a drawer and cupboard are now organized. Thank you, Barb. I appreciate that. Oh, the helpful home. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. They also have a fantastic YouTube channel, so go and subscribe. Check out their videos. It's so good to see you. Welcome in. Your hubby likes to keep more after 28 years. Has learned to. Yes. You gotta do a little bit of the bending, a little bit of the compromising, coming in, but hopefully over time. And I'm always like a big fan of the set a good example tactic, because that's like really good, is the set a good example tactic. And like, if you're awesome, then you can convince somebody who's with you to be awesome. I'm currently trying to convince, don't let him know. I'm currently trying to convince the husband to eat less sugar, because he eats a lot of sugar. I'm just trying to convince him. Just to cut it, just take it down a notch. I'm trying to serve a good example. That's what I'm saying. But we're not going to say anything about that. We're not going to say anything about that. Tips for organizing on a budget. I say, it depends on what you want, what the end result is. If the end result is, Lethea, that's true. If the end result is to have it look like the home edit, then you're gonna want to go to places like Dollar Tree or Marshall's to give it that look, because you're gonna get more affordable products. Or even IKEA has some really affordable stuff. I don't know if there's an IKEA around you. Or if your goal is to just have the space function, then you don't have to spend any money, you just declutter. Because the less items you have to organize, the less products you have to buy to organize. And you don't have to buy, again, you don't have to buy any products to organize. I always like to say that as a general blanket statement. The only things I really recommend that are really beneficial for everyone to purchase if they need to purchase something is some kind of drawer organization system, because I find a big empty vessel of a drawer is never helpful for anyone unless it's divided in some kind of way, because it's just chaotic. However, the closest I can is Canada. Oh no. I would recommend to hit up the discount stores, or even sometimes thrift stores. Or if you really want to be sleuthy and like cool, Facebook Everything Free. Facebook Everything Free, you can get some super good stuff for like nothing. I've been giving away stuff on Everything Free. It's the best to see like the clutter. Just leave your house. I don't even meet up with people, right? It's contact free. I just leave it at a location and they come and pick it up and it's gone. Boop, it's gone. It's amazing. Now there's some effort involved because you have to list it. There's a whole thing. You have to like choose somebody to like give it to, but it's worth it. What is Facebook Everything Free? So most neighborhoods have an Everything Free page where you can join and you can list items that you just want people to take away. So like I had some old like hair products that I didn't use, some old makeup that I was just like, I'm not going to open. And I'm like, listen, hey, who wants this? You take a picture, you put it up on the Everything Free. People fight over it. It's great. It's so great. So I find that most neighborhoods have it. There's also Free Cycle. Thank you. Free Cycle, they're a little bit more involved, but also Free Cycle is very good. But even things like in the Buy Nothing group, even things like if you like, let's say you like got something from the grocery store and you either didn't like it or you bought too many or whatever. People put that stuff on there too, and it's like great. They're like, oh, I bought an extra jar of marinara sauce, but I only need one. Who wants my extra jar of marinara sauce? And people love it. Or like, I'm giving away this plant. I can't take care of it, so I'm come and take it. So it's great. They're great. Get rid of your old crap. What house plant do I recommend for a new apartment? And I recommend for everyone who has never taken a plant before to their house to buy a philodendron, a heart-shaped philodendron. Now, one of the little jade ones, or Brazil. Don't get this confused with the other one that is called pothos, or epipremnum is the Latin name for it. These are different plants. You want the little heart-shaped philodendron one. Pothos, which are very, very common, I find, are easier to kill. They're easier to kill. You can overwater them. You can underwater them. They're kind of finicky. Even though they're very common, I see them all the time in offices and stuff. They're killable, okay? But a philodendron is very forgiving, super forgiving. Not gonna mind if you forget to water it for a few weeks. Doesn't care. It's gonna be okay. It'll come back. It'll survive. My mom's had one of those heart-shaped philodendrons for like 20 years, and every time I go and visit her, it is suffering the house down boots. I look at it, it's like, thirsty, but I'm okay. I think I'll be, I don't need water, I'm good. It's shriveled. It's so sad. And I'm like, it's got like little dried up brown leaves, and I water it and it's back to life. She's had that thing for like 20 years in a dark corner. Highly recommend. Peace lilies pretty okay too. I find that people have problems with peace lilies though. Peace lily, though, is a good thing if you like to water plants a lot because they're always very thirsty. And they're very dramatic about it. Like, they're very dramatic. Like, they're going to be super dramatic about it. So if you're a drama queen, get a peace lily. You'll relate to it. What plant have I had for the longest time? Oh, who's my oldest? Is my oldest gone? It might be. Who is my oldest? I honestly think my oldest is actually my rattlesnake calathea right there. I think plants I've had before, I mean, I have a lot of plants that are around the same age, but I find that this one may be the oldest. Unironic. She's very resilient. I think a few of them I've had that were around the same age have like either passed on or I've given them away, I want to say. And I also want to say that there's a vine here of like a silver pothos, or this is Scindapsus pictus, who may be around the same age. But yeah, I've had some of these for like a long time. Since like 2019, 2018, forever. Cacti are really easy too. Got to make sure you have enough sunlight, or else they'll get all exfoliated or whatever. Derek, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much. You have a 14-year-old ficus Benjamina. Slow down. Benjamina. Oh my God. I've never heard of that, but it sounds like a good. Ficus don't like me. I can't have ficus in this house. I can't have ficus in this house. They just don't like me. Bihamina. Okay, Benhamina. Oh my goodness. What about Anthurium? Anthuriums are pretty resilient as well. There are some that are more difficult than the other. I find that the regular Anthurium that you get from the typical plant center are okay. I don't love them though. I'd rather a much more interesting Anthurium, like the Anthurium I have up there, the crystal linum. But I mean, it hasn't grown a leaf in like 6 months or maybe even 8 months. So it's not the fastest growing. Yeah, okay. No one clip that. no one clip that. I'm the worst. My snake plant survived when it had fungus and it had, oh my gosh. It sat outside for a month and I forgot. You know what? The outside is where I put plants if they have pests or they're dying, and I'm like, it's your last time. It's your moment. It's now or never. Die or don't, plant. If you're outside, die or don't. So I had a Calathea medallion that I just put outside. I'm like, now's your chance. Now's your chance to shine, because in here it was suffering. And I'm like, I don't know what your problem is, but you got to go outside. And now it's fine. I don't know. Lethe, I'll see you. Thank you so much for hanging out. My huge silver sword philodendron has mealybugs. Oh no. Oh, I hate mealybugs. Mealybugs are the worst. They're the worst. Let me end this really quick. Oh shoot, did I remove all the questions? Okay. Did I remove all the questions? Oh no. I removed all the questions on the Q&A. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't get to all the questions. I didn't know that would remove all the questions. I just thought that would end the Q&A. YouTube's got to adjust that. You just got to adjust that. But I have to go because I have to feed Mr. Man because he woke up so you guys can see him. Wait, here we go. He's awake. He's awake. Oh, there he is. He's looking very like an attitude. Do I grow herbs? I usually just keep to growing them outside. And sometimes, I grow them in my hydroponic garden. That's the only way I've been able to make it work, honestly. Because they need a lot more light than I can give them, especially things like basil. But if you have a hydroponic garden, or if you if you are interested in getting a hydroponic garden, I highly recommend it. Something like Arrow Garden, or we have a Click and Grow. This is not sponsored, but they did send me the Click and Grow and really like it. It's probably the best situation for growing herbs inside, because otherwise I find they don't do that well. But they're great on the hydroponic garden. Okay, how's the veggie garden going? It's going well. I think the zucchini is spent, but I'll have to replant some things. But it's going really well. We have some lemon cucumbers and herbs and tomatoes growing. It's like so good. It's so good. So friends, I will be back. There's a new video going up on Wednesday. Please watch it. Give it a like. Because I really like my sponsor, okay? I really like my sponsor. We're talking about plants. I really like my sponsor. That's a slight spoiler. So please give him some love. Derek, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm a glass of wine on me. Thank you so much. But I had a good time shooting it. So Wednesday, that'll be that. And if y'all are on the gaming channel, I see some of y'all here from K-Daisy. We'll be live tomorrow morning hunting on Pacifica. I don't know who we're hunting for, but it's got to be first generation. So that's the only rule. I love you all. Thank you so much for helping me get to this incredible vanity metric. It doesn't really mean anything, but it does kind of mean something, you know? So thank you so much. I will see you all next time. I won't wait 2 months between streams, because that's not nice. And I'll see y'all next time. Oh my God, Terry, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Y'all are so nice. Y'all are so nice. Please take care of yourselves and the ones around you, and be kind to yourself, because I know a lot of people around you sometimes aren't kind. So you can be kind to yourself and those you love. All right? I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. I don't know what button to hit. You know what? I have the wrong profile up. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. I'll see you later.